I'm feeling glittery today, shiny today. Yes. Anyways, how to become a student of yourself. How do I become a student of myself? Well, it is so important to stay on your toes in this ever-changing world, and I can't even imagine what the future will look like for humans, so it's really important to stay on your toes. I personally am someone who is always learning, always changing, always adapting, always learning, okay? It excites me, it makes me happy, it makes me feel alive, okay? And I also just really genuinely love learning about myself, okay, and who I am. And I think that this is a very basic thing that is very important for everyone to take the time to do. If you're into astrology, then have an understanding of your chart and your signs and all of that good stuff, okay? And if you're not into that, then there's plenty of other ways to learn about yourself. And deeper than that, something that I think that I want to say deeper than that, because if you're into astrology, then you know that it can help you, guide you into the direction of finding your purpose and what you're here to do, right? So you can also learn about your passions, your gifts, your purpose. Yes, your purpose. And I feel like now more than ever, it is so important to discover your gifts, your passions, your purpose, and to step into it, to own up to it and to step into it. Not only do I think that it has become easier for us to live a life of alignment, like truly embodying our purpose, because we have access to so many platforms and resources that allow us to do that in comparison to like literally in history, but I just think it's really vital, because you see, and I talk about this so much, and I just briefly mention the state of the world, but I'm not going to get into it, because if you're living in 2021, then you're aware, right? But basically, it's chaotic out here, okay? It's become harder to sustain a job where you can feel like yourself, like certain jobs now have requirements that some people will not put up with, and that's fine. And it's also, I don't know, just jobs in general, I feel like have shifted so much this past year and such, because people are waking up like, wait, I don't want to do this shit, or like, wow, this isn't even paying for what I need to even live a basic life and survive out here in the streets. Now more than ever, it's really important, again, own up to it and step into your purpose, okay? Because we're experiencing a lot of things right now in this world, and I feel like it's only going to get worse in a sense. And when you are living a life where like you feel aligned and you're like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing with my life truly, and I enjoy it, and God's gift, here I am, then life isn't as chaotic. But if you're stuck in the cycle, specifically the rat race, and it's a vicious cycle, okay? It really is. So in order to get out of that, you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan. And so in order to have that plan, you have to know yourself. You truly have to know yourself, and that takes time and it takes patience, and more than anything, you have to create the space for it. to getting to know yourself. And I also think it's important to know yourself alone, like actually spend time with yourself. I know there's a lot of people out there who can't stand spending time alone or only for a certain amount of time, which I understand, but I do think that it is important to spend time just with yourself, out in nature or something. And that is where a lot of your darkness may come to light, okay? And you'll learn a lot about yourself, okay? There's so many different ways to do this. Like, you can go out in nature, you can hike, you can go to, what's it called? Like events, like a yoga class alone, things that you love. You can travel. Traveling has been one of the outlets for me where I really discovered myself and like things that I love and like what I'm here to do. Like, God bless traveling back in the days when it was simpler. And that's where I truly discovered like a lot of my passions and such. And so just spending that time with yourself is so vital to your success, because then you know yourself, then you're good. You're set for life, because what is greater than knowing yourself? Explore different aspects of yourself, explore different ways that you love to express yourself, food that you love to eat, things that you love, little details about life that you love, what you seek within yourself, that you seek within another partner, what you truly seek out of love. All of these little things, like living a fulfilled life, has to do with knowing yourself. Because then that means that you have values for life, first of all, and also you set boundaries for things in your life, right? So let's say you know who the fuck you are and you're like, no, I would never work this type of job, right? That's creating a boundary, okay? Or let's say if my job was to implement this kind of law, then I wouldn't work there, kind of thing. That's a boundary, right? Same with the relationship. If you know my man can't do this, or whatever the case, then that's creating a boundary for yourself, because you know yourself and you know what you value in life. And I feel like a lot of the times we spend so much time consumed by the thoughts of other people, especially family, close friends, old friends that we made when we were in old toxic cycles, or yeah, old relationships, old jobs, stuff that we manifested when we were in a lower state of mind, and they impact our life, whether we realize it or not, right? Especially people. And sometimes we think that we want something out of life, or that we like something out of life, because we're influenced by them. And that's why it's really important to spend time alone, so you know what you like, not the influence of other people. I think that especially when you are truly trying to create a life for yourself and follow, your divine path, that it becomes really easy and effortless to do that once you detach from that idea of what other people might think of you. In other words, once you stop caring about what other people may think of you, it becomes really easy to create the life that you want. I feel like a lot of people don't do this. Once I stopped caring about what other people thought of me, or what I thought they may think of me, because that's what it is, then you can start to live life peacefully on your own terms. There's no better feeling than that, like, truly. When you know yourself, it also becomes more at ease to create genuine friendships, relationships, attract a true love into your life that accept you for who you truly are. You don't have to fake anything around them or hide anything around them, and that's so beautiful. You don't have to live two lives, like you could just be who you are and they will love you for who you are, and it's really what everybody deserves in their relationships in life, but unfortunately that's not always the case. So it's just about embracing that. Like, once you know yourself, accepting it, embracing it, loving yourself. And it does have to do a lot with the path of self-love, because there may be parts of you where you're like, damn, gotta love myself though. So that's my message for you, that even if we live in a crazy ass world, to spend time knowing yourself, or you will most likely just, I don't know, honestly, just from experience, attract relationships that aren't necessarily for you. Although I think everything does serve a purpose, but just, study yourself, and the importance of studying yourself is immense to your path. So, blessings to you. I hope that you're feeling beautiful and that you take time to know yourself.